The party explores the tunnels and takes revenge on the insects that trespassed in the city. It must have taken a really long time to dig this. It's got more than just a single long hallway. Boy, you ain't kidding. Let's check out this room, I guess we'll call it, on the left here. We've sure got a lot of ground to cover, one of the party members mumbles. Merrick makes her way into the first, chamber. She sees a vertical shaft leading straight up. Hey, Merrick, do you know anything about tunneling? I don't. Hey, does anyone know anything about tunneling? The enchantress steps forward. Maybe. I can take a look and see if my memory pops any ideas. Enchantress skill card requirements, a diamond and a heart. She draws a 3 of diamonds and a 4 of hearts. Gained, student skill, +2 applied to a roll. Thatch rolls a d20 for intellect with a stat of +4, plus the enchantress's student skill bonus, +2. She rolled a 14. The shaft looks too small to climb. The enchantress tilts her head and pinches her chin. If I'm not mistaken, this leads to the surface. It does? I believe so, but not to climb like Miss Thatch said, but rather to circulate air. Air? How has this gone unnoticed? Someone should have reported a random hole, right? The enchantress shrugs and makes her way back to the party group. Well, you said it yourself. This is too small to climb. Perhaps it's also too small to take note of on the surface. At least, though, we could kind of get an idea where this chamber of the tunnel is right on the surface, right? Yeah, you're right. That is certainly helpful. They gain tunneling knowledge. They exit the first chamber and walk through the tunnel, making notes of unusual things and gauging how long this tunnel really was. This really did have to take quite a bit of time to dig. They come upon a 3-path split. They decide to go to the right first, leading into another chamber. They start to split up. Suddenly, Merrick stops. Hey, wait! Hold up! Merrick rolls a d20 for wisdom with a stat of -1, plus danger sense skill +2, plus tunneling knowledge +2. She rolled an 11. Merrick steps forward and a rock falls from the ceiling. Merrick deftly dodges it and quickly scans the room and yells, Quickly, to that spot over there! This section is collapsing! That will be the safe point over there! Everyone legs it to the spot Merrick pointed out and managed to avoid the collapsed section of the room. Fortunately, it did not close the tunnel out. They were all able to squeeze through and back to the 3-path split. They walk straight ahead. There is a partial collapse in the tunnel. It looks like we can probably clear the debris away. Maybe we'll be lucky and we can clear it quickly. Oh, why waste time? Loot? Amber? Gear? Answers? More questions? Fine. You had me at loot for Leaf's sake. The enchantress calls out. Maybe it would be good to grub and pull, like people who weed weeds. May speed the process with a technique. Oh yes, thank you. That's good advice. Thatch rolls a d20 for strength with a stat of +1, plus tunneling knowledge +2. She rolled an 18. Turns out the grub and pull technique works, and they get through the rubble pretty quickly. As soon as the tunnel is clear enough, Merrick steps through to the chamber behind the debris and finds old mining gear. She rummages through it, and then, just as she turns to give Thatch a scolding, a glint catches her eye. She digs underneath an old shovel and finds 5 amber. Okay, not bad at all. Another cursory look reveals nothing more, and they exit the area back to the 3-path split. They're about to turn into the last area when they hear a scuttling behind them.
How did it get behind us?
The monk thinks aloud. They turn to follow the sound. Looking around, they see wooden pillars placed strategically to reinforce the tunnel structure. They see an insect scurrying behind one of those posts, muttering to itself. It suddenly looks up and stares right at the party.
We outnumber you, Bug. By order of the Queen's Guard, we have some questions.
The insect does not let Thatch finish her sentence, though as she thinks about it, she realizes it was going to sound very cheesy. It tries to attack with a pickaxe. Thatch rolls a d20 for defense with a stat of +3. She rolled a 21. Thatch raises the shield that she got from the captain and cleanly blocks the attack. She falls backward into the ground, but still manages to maintain her block. Merrick aims his crossbow. Merrick rolls d20 for attack with a stat of +2. She rolls a natural 1. She uses her lucky skill to gain 1 reroll if the first roll is a natural 1. She rolls a 14. Her arrow hits clean into the insect's side. Damage roll 2d6. She rolled an 8. The arrow penetrates deep and clean, and the insect sputters, then dies.
Oh, thank you, Merrick. Yeah, well, try not to keep getting into these scrapes. Okay?
I'll try. Merrick helps Thatch up, and they proceed toward the last chamber.